Hello students, welcome back in electronics lecture. Yes, we have started the chapter is study of components. We have completed one part of this chapter. There are two parts, study of components 1 and study of components 2. Okay, so first part we have completed. Today we are going to see the revision of that part. Which terms are there in study of components 1. Okay, because all lectures has sent, but that sequence of the lecture is not exactly the same where in the syllabuses. Okay, so therefore I am going to remind you all that points one by one which are there here in this chapter. So first point we have taken is the components. There are two types of components. First is active component and passive component. First component is the active component, second component is the passive component. Which components are called active component and which components are called passive component? So components, those components which require the external supply to work or to generate is called as the passive components. In active components, it not require external supply. Not require the external supply. In passive component, you have to give external supply to generate. Okay, so therefore it is called as the passive components. Active components are also called as the self-generating components because it generates itself. It is not required of external power. It is called as the active and passive component. Very first point of this chapter is the active and passive components that we have taken. Okay. Next we have taken is the resistor. Resistor. What is resistor? Yes, symbol of resistor is like this. Resistor is of two types: fixed resistor and the variable resistor. Yes, resistor are of two types. Symbol we will see later on. These are of two types: fixed resistor and the variable resistor. Variable resistor. Fixed resistors means what? Those resistors whose values are fixed, whose values are not variable form, not changes, is called as the fixed resistor. And the variable resistance means what? The resistor's value is always change. It is not fixed. Okay. So there are again three types of fixed resistor. First is the carbon composition resistor. Is what? Carbon composition resistor. There are three types. Second is what? Wire wound resistor. Wire wound resistor. And the third is the film type resistor. It is what? Film type resistor. Film type resistor. So our first lecture is on these 3 points. What is active components, what is passive components, what is resistor, and 3 types of resistor. Okay. So in the 3 types of resistor, whatever wire wound resistor means wire is wound on a hollow tube is called as the wire wound resistor. And what is a carbon compound resistor? Carbon is used as a core in this resistor. Carbon is used as a resistor. Therefore, carbon granules are there. Carbon's powder is there, which is used in that resistor is called as the carbon composition resistor. Next is the film type resistor. Instead of wire is wound on the hollow tube. Like that, carbon granules are there on the carbon composition resistor, and film, that proper film is there, is prepared, and that is used in that type of resistor is called as the film type resistor. So all these come under the fixed resistor. Okay. Next is variable resistor. Variable resistor have two types. That is the rheostat it is also three types: potentiometer, yes, potentiometer, and the third is the, yes, it is the preset resistor. Is what? It is not preset resistor. Yes, it is the preset resistor. All these are what come under the variable resistor. Means the values are not constant in this type. Rheostat means what? It is having two terminal. It is very big in the form which we use in the laboratories. For physics practicals we use the rheostat, which it is like this. See, one notch is there. You can adjust that notch into these two fixed points are there. You can variable that notch so that you can vary the resistor. Okay, so it is very big in the form. Next is the potentiometer. Potentiometer is a very small resistor which is not in the fixed type. It is in a variable form. So it is like this: 1, 2, 3, 1 number and 3 terminal are the fixed terminal. Central is the variable terminal, and one shaft is there. By moving that shaft, you can change this the resistance in the potentiometer. It have the small value than the rheostat. Next is the preset resistor. It is very small value, that is like this. It's a tiny resistor. It's comparatively very small size. So for moving that resistor, you can use the screwdriver. Okay. So these are also having 3 terminals. 1 number and 3 terminal are the fixed terminals, and 2 is the variable terminal. So by moving the screwdriver, shaft is there. By moving that shaft, you can change the resistance. Okay. So these are the 3 types of variable resistor. Variable resistors are those resistors whose value is not constant, whose value is always change. It's called as a variable resistor. Okay. So next part we have seen is the capacitor. Before going to capacitor, we have seen the how to calculate the resistor. Calculation of resistor we have seen. Calculation of resistor. For that, we see the table of what? Yes, B. Roy go to Bombay via Gateway. I told you the short form which I have made. I told you to make your short forms of these things and you can remember. Okay, so always starts from black color, then brown, red, orange, yellow, green and blue, violet, grey and white. Silver and gold is there. Silver and gold which is having, yes, tolerance plus minus 5% and plus minus 10%. Okay. For that calculation of the resistance, first see, this is the resistor which is having 2 terminal. It have the 3 bands. First is the first digit, second band also having the second digit, but the third is the multiplier, not the digit. It is the multiplier, and last is the tolerance. Okay, example I have taken this orange, orange, orange. So orange number having which number? Yes, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so orange having 3 number, Bharat orange having 3 number. The last orange is 3 means what? It is a 10 raised to 3. Means what? 33 into 10 raised to 3 means what? K. So it is a 33 kilo ohm. Okay. I'm just taking this revision because most of you have told me that all the lectures are not in sequence. So which sequence should we consider? For that only I am taking this lecture, and I am telling you that the sequence of your syllabus is like this. First of all, you have to see the active components and passive components, then resistor, then capacitor, then inductors, and then transformers. Okay. So we have taken this how to calculate the resistor. So calculation of the resistor was the next point. Calculation of resistor. point is the what? Capacitor. What is capacitor? It is nothing but the which is having two parallel plates, which is having two terminals and separated by the dielectric material. It's called as the capacitor. Yes, capacitor is nothing but the two parallel plates which is separated by its dielectric material. Dielectric material means what? Yes, it is an insulating material. What is conductor? What is insulator? What is semiconductor? All of you know that. I have told you which allow the current to pass through it is called as a conductor. Which not allows the current to pass through it is the insulator. But semiconductor is that which sometimes acts as a conductor, sometimes acts as a insulator. So that is called as a semiconductor. So this capacitor is nothing but which is having two parallel plates separated by the dielectric material and which is having two terminals. Okay, and capacitor is used to store the charge. Function of capacitor is what? It is used to store the charge. Okay, so this is what the capacitor. The symbol of capacitor is like this, and unit of capacitor is what? Farad. Okay, and unit of our resistor is what? Ohm. And symbol is like this. Okay, then capacitor is also having two types. That is the fixed capacitor, and also having the variable capacitor. So fixed capacitor is again divided into three types. That is what? It is again divided into two types: electrolyte capacitor and non-electrolyte capacitor. Means what? Electrolyte means what? Polar capacitor. It is also called as polar capacitor and non-polar capacitor. What is polar and non-polar? See here, if the capacitor is like this, which is not having the polarity, then it is called as the non-polar capacitor, and the capacitor which is having positive negative polarity, then that is called as the polar capacitor. If polarity is absent, that is non-polar capacitor. Another name of non-polar capacitor is the non-electrolyte capacitor, and which is having polarity is called as the polar capacitor. Okay, so this polar capacitor and non-polar capacitor have again its types. That's non-polar capacitor have three types. That is the which types of capacitor? Mica capacitor, paper and ceramic capacitor. Mica, paper and ceramic capacitor. Mica capacitor, paper capacitor and ceramic capacitor. When electrolyte capacitor having two types, that is the aluminium capacitor and titanium capacitor. Capacitors are there which are the electrolyte capacitor and non-electrolyte capacitor are the three types of capacitor. Capacitor is nothing but which is having two parallel plates separated by dielectric material. If this dielectric material is made up of the mica, then it is called as a mica capacitor, and that dielectric material is nothing but simply a paper is there, then that is called as a paper capacitor, and that dielectric material is made up of what? Ceramic material, then it is called as the ceramic capacitor. Okay, so these are the fixed capacitor. And what is about the variable capacitor? If the value of the capacitor is not constant, is called as the variable capacitor. First type of this variable capacitor is what? Air gap capacitor, where air is used as a dielectric material, and second part of this is the trimmer Polymer is the second type of this variable capacitor. So these are about the capacitor. So first we have taken resistor, active and passive component, then resistor, then calculation of capacitor and their types, fixed capacitor and variable capacitor. Okay. Next is the charging and discharging of the capacitor. We have taken charging and discharging. Means how the capacitor charge and how the capacitor discharge. We have drawn the graph like this. It is charging. The charging means what? As the time increases, the capacitance also increases. As the time increases, the capacitance decreases. We have taken the graph. With graph, all these calculations we have taken the charging of the capacitor and the discharging of the capacitor. Okay. So next is what? Next point is our inductor. Next point is what? Inductor. Okay. Resistor is used to store the charge. Capacitor. Resistor is opposes the flow of current. Capacitor is what? Is used to store the charge. And inductor is nothing but when it is the property of inductor is what? It induces the voltage when current is changed. Whenever there is a variation in current, means what? If you directly taken the MACB supply, that MACB supply having 230 voltage, 50 Hz frequency, but it is not constant. It is not exactly 230 and exactly not 50 Hz frequency. There is a variation in that voltage and current frequency. Therefore, what happens? Sometimes more current is flow, and that if more current is flow, then induce the voltage in the inductor. So the property of inductor is what? It induces the voltage whenever there is a variation in the current. Okay. So inductor also we have taken. There are two types of inductor. That is the self-inductor, that is LS, and the mutual inductor. That is the LN. LN is what? The self-inductance. Self-inductance means what? And these inductors are induced itself. It's called as the self-inductor, and mutual inductors are those inductors which require the external source. It's called as the mutual inductors. Okay. So which type of cores are used in this inductor? Is the first is the air core inductor. There are three types of inductor: air core inductor. Second is the iron core inductor. Iron core inductor. And the third is the ferrite core inductor. Ferrite core inductor. Core means what? It is nothing but the hollow tube, and that hollow tube which is having nothing means what? Air is there, and that is called as the air core inductor. And if core is made up of the iron material, then it is called as the iron core inductor. Iron is directly not used, it is in the form of powder, and that powdered form of the iron is called as the slug. If it is the slug form, then it is called as the iron core inductor. And if it is the ferromagnetic material is used in the core, and that type is called as the ferrite core inductor. Okay, so these are the types of inductor. Next we have taken is the transformer. Yes, transformer we have taken. What is the transformer? It is used to transfer the signal from one point to the another. Okay, symbol of transformer we have seen. The AC signal is given to the primary of the transformer, and at the secondary load resistance is connected. From across that load resistance we measure the output voltage always. Okay, so this transformer are of three types. Yes, step up transformer, step down transformer, and mutual transformer. So mutual transformer means what? When AC is given to the primary of the transformer and secondary voltage is measured, and these two number of turns are not connected to each other electrically or directly, but it is connected by the magnetic field. It is connected by the magnetic field. Okay, so there are three types of transformer. Primary transformer means what? See, if the number of turns of the secondary is greater than the primary is called as the step up transformer, and exactly opposite is what? Number of turns of the primary is greater than the number of turns of the secondary is called as the step down transformer. Means what will you write? Voltage across this is the Vp, and number of turns means what? The Np, and current is what? Ip. Similarly here, what happened? Number of turns is Ns, voltage across this is Vs, and current across this is Is. So we have seen the relations of that voltages, current, and yes, what relation we have seen? Np upon Ns is equal to Vp upon Vs is equal to Is upon Ip. That relations also we have seen, that is the voltage ratio and current ratio and turn ratio of that transformer. Okay, and which transformer have the losses? Which losses is affected on the transformer that we have seen is the first is the eddy current loss. Yes, eddy current loss, copper current loss, and third is the hysteresis loss. That all losses affect on the transformer that we have seen. Okay, so this much question is there in the study of components part 1. Okay, students, don't be confused which lecture come first, which lecture comes second. So you don't waste your time to giving the sequence for that lectures. Okay, you just see the point, what is there in that point, you study that much only. Okay, so if in the exam not sequentially ask all that questions, it may be asked randomly, so you don't waste your mind there. Okay, so you take this sequence. I will stop it here. All of you understand this? Thank you.